as we're walking, we come around a corner and there's a gate. And it's almost close, and there's two people standing there. And we say, hey, can we look in the gate? And they say, sure. So we look in the gate, and there's a swimming pool. Just sitting there in the middle of everything. It was very interesting. I need something. And so there are these incredible, the only way I can explain it is like, he's dead? No. Explain it is it's kind of like a 60s movie, like this kind of hippie-ish movie, where all these people, there's like guys in sideburns and beards and long hair, and there's afros, and there's just this really cool vibe that I can't quite place, to be quite honest. There's floats in the pool. It's all adults. There's no children there. And they're just chilling around the edges of the pool, inside and outside the pool. So I was like, hey, I'm doing this thing for Team Water, and I'm supposed to have some footage about water. So what if I jump in the pool? I've got my black satin pants on. I mean, I'm fully dressed from going out to this nice dinner. I think I should go in the pool in my clothes. So I do. And the only thing I can liken it to is like a baptism. Like you go in the water and you come out a different person. Like I went in the water in my clothes. And I just got this total recharge, and it was absolutely freaking off the chain. So that was the first day. And then the second day, well, the reason I had gone to Phoenix in the first place in August was for a rooftop party in Phoenix in August. Yes, that is the thing that I did. And it was hot. It had been 116, 17 degrees before I got there. And then when I got there, it was only 95 for the party, which was very cool considering. Can I just tell you? Late 60s. Yeah, late 60s. Thank you, Eileen. I don't want to hear the words, but it's a dry heat again, never. It doesn't matter, guys. It's hot. I think a dry heat, to my skin, it's worse. My skin likes humid. My skin likes the water. It does. I got to grab something real quick, and I'm going to be right back. Speaking of water, hold on one second here. All right. Now, we are going to try and now, there we go. Hopefully you can hear me better now. All right. Anyway, do not ever want to hear again about a dry heat. Dry heat is hot, just hot, and you are hot. So I was in Phoenix in August at this rooftop thing, and it was one of the best things I've ever done in my whole entire life, I gotta say. And it was a gratitude ceremony, which, if you don't know what a gratitude ceremony is, well, it's a bunch of people getting around and saying what they're thankful for. But this was next level because it was my friend Yogesh Patel, and he has this Yog Nation, YOGG Nation podcast, and he has interviewed some pretty big people. James Earl Jones's brother, who was a very nice guy and the commissioner of films for the state of Arizona, by the way, and some other people. Tobin, who was on Fox News, who's going to come on my show. And to balance it out, I got Bobby from CNN. Don't worry. We're not going to lean one way politically here. I don't like that. Anyways, it was incredible. And a few people got to speak. I got to speak. That was fun. And then I made Yogi a song because I make songs. All the songs you hear on my channel are all my songs that I've written. I write the words. I do all the things. And they liked it. And now I'm going to release an album, I guess, next month of songs. So that's fun and terrifying and fun. It's kind of like when you do artistic stuff, it's kind of like having a baby, right? Like taking your baby out in public for the first time. You're like, are people going to think my baby's ugly? Are people going to want, you know what I mean? Because let's face it, a lot of babies are ugly. And a lot of artistic things aren't for everybody. And I know mine's not. And not everyone's going to like it, and that's okay, but I'm doing it anyway because there's not a lot of people my age doing stuff like I do. There just aren't. Um, and I think it's good for people to know that just because you've hit a certain age doesn't mean your life is over. So, good, bad, or indifferent, I think that's basically the message that I want to share. So, that's what I'm doing. Anyway, all right. So, getting back to cleaning up and getting away from serious stuff. Well, I threw a bunch of crap in here. So, when I was a kid, I had been told by my daughter this is not how things are anymore. Oh, Dave, I found your microphones. I had them the whole time. When I was a kid, we had to match everything. Oh my gosh, Eileen, do you remember this? We had to match. Your shoes and your purse had to match. In fact, if you were going to a wedding, you would go to the mall and you would have your shoes colored to match the dress. Everything had to match. Do y'all remember this? If you are under 40, you don't, and thank God for you. You also didn't have to wear pantyhose. That's a horrible thing to do to a child. But anyway, yeah. So there was a point to me talking about things matching. Oh, the purse. And so I'd gotten a bunch of different purses so they could kind of go with things. And then I realized I don't want to be that guy. It's annoying to have 10,000 purses. And I'd rather just have a couple things and call it a day. So anyway, this is my DJI Pocket. If you don't know what this is, it's a very fun camera. You can get the 2. You don't need to get the 3. The 3 is more expensive. If you do get one, get the one with the creator kit. It's $100 more. You get like $300 worth of stuff, and it's cool. This is the one that I call the R2CU because he does. He watches you. Can you see he's got a little head, and it turns around, and he watches things, and it's crazy. Anyway, and that's what he does. So you can do it portrait, you can do it landscape, you can do all the things. And it's got an auxiliary battery. This thing is an auxiliary battery that lasts forever. And it's called a DJI Pocket because it fits in your pocket. And you could just go with it. So there we go. And yes, people have phones. We carry our phones around. It is what it is. It was expected, but never bothered. I was nonconformist. Eileen, I love it. Is that yeah. Yeah, no, my mom made me do all the matchy stuff. It was a whole lot of stuff that we did. Good God. Lots of pressure. And I'm really glad people today don't have that much pressure. I remember my daughter, who's in her early 30s now, when she wore 2 mismatched socks the first time, and I about died. And you know what? Now everybody does it. I wonder if my dongle will work on the DJI Pocket. Who is saying that? Because I can't see. Okay, I can't see. Hardy, is that you? Oh, well, it has its own mics, though. So the DJI has its own mics, of which we have 3. So I think we're okay. And these work really good for the Pocket. So we're good with that. Oh, we got the roofer. Duh. That's so cool. Anyway, we got the roofer back. I'm very excited about this. Anyway, so we're just kind of going through the studio. I am showing you behind the scenes of it being a hot mess because I usually don't. And I'm just cleaning up. And I hadn't gone live because I was in the hospital. I'm fine. I just went to the ER. It's fine. It's just a little muscle between my ribs is not fine, but it's no big deal. The thing with it is, though, it feels a little bit like a heart attack when it's happening. So you just have to kind of rule that out. So that's what we did with that. We just ruled it out. I waited 5 days. I waited till I could barely move. And then Dave had to drag me down there. But whatever. It is what it is. And now it's better. Okay. Oh my God. And I can't lift things. This is fun. This is my shiny thing because, of course, I like shiny things. And it organizes all my things and it spins. And yeah, there you go. You will never see that because it's hidden back here because it's kind of a mess. But I just thought I would show you. Oh my gosh. And then these things. You guys, we were talking about fidgets. Okay. If you've got people. Okay. I am now. Okay, I can't. I am now. Oh, okay. Fidgets on my desk. I was telling you. So we have these things, and these things are they're these little tiny baby magnets that all go together. They kind of look like dog tag chains, the chain for that, but they're not attached to each other. They're magnets. Okay, so this is a fidget, but these fidgets, this is off the chain fidgets, guys. Also, if you could hit the little thumbs up button, that would be very helpful. Okay, this fidget, it says, do not let anyone under 14 play with it. And here's why. These magnets are so strong. Okay, wait, you're going to hear it from there. Are you ready? Hold on. I'm trying to get them apart. Are you ready? Listen to this. They're like crazy strong. You could break a finger on these things. Isn't that nuts? So anyway, they are like this fidgety thing, but you don't take them apart. You gotta like leave them together. I don't even know. Oh, great. Now I got them stuck together because they're all magnets. Well, that's fun. Oh, and are you ready? Found the DJI magnet, which was stuck on the magnet. Well, there we go. Also another strong magnet. Lots of magnets here. Good thing that I don't have a pacemaker. Anyway, yeah, now they've all, okay, apparently all of the things are married and they're stuck together forever. That's a whole thing. So there we are. Yeah, it's a lot. Anyway, yeah, isn't this cool? Okay. Oh, and I've got more in there. Okay, so this is, look at this. Magnets. Anyway, nuts. And the last fidget that I think I have on the desk is also magnets, because we went through a magnet phase. Because Specs, S-P-E-K-S. See, look at, I'm not being sponsored for any of this stuff. I should be. Specs. These are probably the most satisfying magnets. I'm not gonna lie. They're just very cool. And like I said, I got a lot of meetings, y'all. I take a lot of meetings, and clicking together Amazon. Oh, that would be, wouldn't it? Or like a. Is it loud? Yeah. Can you hear it? Anyway, I love these things. They are nice. They make me not feel like, yeah, I get bored, y'all. I get bored. I have to say, I do. I'm sorry. It's just, I do. I have been known to fall asleep during interviews. I need to stop doing that, though. I have gotten myself an espresso maker, so I don't do that again. Some people just have very soothing voices. That's all I can say. Proper use of magnets. Yeah, right? Definitely need to be cautious. Because these, I mean, they are just like, I don't know who thought, like, this. It's definitely not, oh, here, let's, ready, because you can see, right? Here, wait, let's do it this way. So you can see better without this stuff. Like, here, that's gross. Look at, it's nuts. They are just, I'm trying to take them apart to take the little things off, and I cannot even. Yeah, okay. So for those of you just joining us, we do have a new interview coming out this week with Judge McBurney. Judge McBurney is a judge that not a lot of people in the LawTube world watch. He has like 8,000 subscribers, although I have a feeling that once my interview comes out, people are going to start watching him much more. Okay, this is just off the chain. That was crazy. Oh, they're sticking to my watch band. Let's see how far. Can you see this? Yeah, I think we should like do a close up of the magnets. We could do a whole thing. You have, ooh, that's really, refrigerator magnets that are pottery. Oh, that's really cool. Pottery pierogies. I love it. Yeah, I used to have a lot of fridge magnets, and then yeah. We have two fridges now. Like they're two that go together. They look like one huge fridge because I have all these food allergies and stuff. And also, we're in Florida, and having a fridge outside, you spend so much money on electricity. And we were redoing our kitchen, and so we put them together. And the handles, like the handle could go on either side, but we made one on the left and one on the right, so they go together and just open it up. And it's very nice. It is very nice. I like it. Oh, there's a lot of words there. And solar panels. Really? That is so interesting. Huh. We should look into that. That's very, my son-in-law's brother is a scientist, and they are working on ways to Yeah, create new energy. So there you go. And if you said sorry because you wrote the wrong word, please don't say sorry. I voice text and it frequently says the wrong thing, and I never check it before I send it. And I have to say sorry too. So no big deal. Anyway, there we go. So this is apparently my magnet collection, which I didn't realize I had until I started talking to all of you. Because yeah, there's another set and there's the pink ones. There we go. All right. So I like the ASMR idea though, because see, we got these to make a sound. We got these, and then of course these ridiculous. It's not AMSR. This would startle everybody. Um, yeah. So that's what we got, and they usually are on the coffee table in my studio, but I have taken the coffee table out of my studio because we're changing things around. Sound is a vibration magnet. Huh. Look at you being all sciencey. I like it. Oh my gosh, I didn't tell you. Okay, so last weekend I went to Phoenix and I went to this gratitude ceremony and I swam in a pool in a museum, did the gratitude thing, shared my music with a crowd of people from the media who happened to like it. Now I'm releasing an album. And also I met a physicist, which was one of the highlights of my weekend. I've got to tell you, um, because I got to have this incredibly intellectual conversation for like 2 hours in the airport with a random person in a restaurant. And you know, one thing about being in the airport is that it's safe because everybody's gone through security and no one's getting out of there. Um, yeah. And if no one's doing anything stupid. So I get to just sit down and relax and have this conversation with somebody who is a physicist. And I love physics. I love science. And yeah, if I could go back and do it again, I wouldn't be a physicist. I would think it would be cool, but I wouldn't actually do it. But I like physics and, of course, whatever. Yeah. Um, but I love having these conversations. And we talked about all things teaching and science and parents and dying. It was a lot of conversation for somebody that you just met in the airport. And it started with a bird because I'm sitting there working on this AI stuff, riding a dragon, as one does when they are doing that. Now we can move. Really? Okay. All right. So see, we need to have a conversation too. Anyway, so I'm sitting there working on this AI stuff because YouTube has given me this incredible AI suite to make things, and I don't exactly know how that pertains to court, and I'm trying to figure it out. So of course I start making myself in armor riding dragons because that has to do with court, not really. And this guy says, "Is that a bird?" And I look up, sure enough, on the table in the restaurant, on the table next to me, there's some water on the table, like the glasses, whatever. And there's a bird drinking the water off the table. And I was like, it is a bird. And I was a little confused because I feel like anyone over the age of 2 would have known it was a bird. But apparently he'd been having such a good weekend that he thought maybe his brain had hallucinated the bird, which he hadn't. And then we started talking about the bird. I filmed bird, and that was fun. And then we just talked about physics and all the things, and it was great. So yeah, that's what happened. Millions of that is so interesting. That's true. An earthquake does make a vibration, and yeah, that is true. Also, I've lived through a big earthquake, and I like hurricanes better. Do you know why? Because you know when they're coming. You know, I've lived in different parts of the country where they have different things, right? Like you have blizzards. I'm not a fan. In Pennsylvania, you can have a blizzard. I'm not a fan of that. Earthquakes, in California, they used to say there were 4 seasons: earthquake, flood, fire, and drought. Yeah, not a fan of any of them of those things. Or any of, but if you've got to live with something, with a hurricane, you know it's coming. You could choose to go or not go. Um, but you have advance warning. Like tornadoes and all that stuff, you don't. And those do worry me a little bit more. We can have tornadoes here, but I just try not to think about that because let's be honest, sometimes we just have to. Um, An earthquake moves the soul and makes people know life. That is so true. That is true. Sometimes it's the big things that happen that make people realize they are alive. That is, yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, all right. So there are the magnets, which I didn't. How many magnets do I have? Apparently a lot. And then I have all my planners because I things kind of got away from me a little bit because I am trying to run a few different companies and channels and podcasts and do things from here by myself. And so I needed to get the books together, which we're doing. And I got my little journal, and I got, of course, my little fancy pen that Dave found. If you can see, I don't know if you can see if I hold it up. Nope, I can't hold it up that high. Anyway, all right, it's a diamond. Not real, clearly, because we're not crazy. Yep, there's more books. See, I just have a book for everything, so I can plan it all out. Because why not? Is it all planned out? No, it is not. But I think that is the life of a creator, is it not? We have all these ideas and all these creative things, but then when it comes down to like the brass tacks of it all, yeah, that's why we need other people to help us balance. All right, what else have we got here? Oh my gosh, so many things. This is a curtain twinkle light thing. Trying to figure out where to put it. I have two of them. I got them for our award ceremony, never used them. I want to use them, but I don't know where. And then I got, okay, when I was a kid, I didn't really have to look at price tags as much. It's just how it was. And I went to Harrods as a teenager when I went to whatever school in France with my high school. Okay, it is what it is. And I remember going to Harrods and I loved it. Well, then I went back to Harrods this summer. I don't live the same life I lived as a kid. And Harrods was very spendy. And I was not a fan of spending all the money that they wanted to spend. There's goopy stuff on here. I'm just getting it off. And so I had said I was going to bring something back from Harrods. So instead of it being big, I got a little money bag. It says Harrods money bag, and it had candy in it. And that is what I got from Harrods. I'm not spending $500 on a t-shirt so I can say it's from Harrods. I'm just not. Or anything. I did the candy. All right. A hurricane moving storm that alarms the body to make them search for higher grounds. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, right, Eileen. I think this I could get behind. And then I just brought Dave and the kids each a big gold coin with Harrods chocolate because, and I did. If you saw my live from there, I did get like a Harrods cheese platter, and I did a tasting from there. That was fun. But yeah, it's a lot. It's owned by the country of Qatar now. Did you know that? The store Harrods. It's a thing. This is something that I have not unboxed yet. We're going to open it here because why not? I'm going to share it with you all because this has been a good conversation. And I think this is one of, oh, wait, there's more. On a serious note, in Minnesota, the population is voting to get rid of the United States Constitution and make it theirs. Well, I'll have to I will definitely look into that because I think we don't want to change the Constitution. All right. Not a good plan. That's one thing about this channel. I've learned all kinds of things. All right. And now for something completely different. I understand that what you're talking about is very serious and important. And also, I need to look into that before I have the conversation and be knowledgeable, which is why I'm not going to engage in it. So I'm just letting you know. Yeah, that is true. But even for the state or whatever. But I will look into that. We'll have that conversation. Okay. So now for something completely useless. This, my friends, I'm going to unbox it and I'm going to see if you can guess what it is. Also, this week on my lives, we're going to start giving away gift cards. It's going to be a whole thing. It's going to be fun. We're going to have, we're going to do the jewels and we're going to do the whatever super chat things. And then when we get a super chat, we're going to give away gift cards and it's going to be fun. So anyway, just look at Minnesota. Okay, we will definitely do that because I think we need to be engaged. Okay. Now, my nieces were laughing at me when they were here because I open things with my teeth, and I know I do, and I shouldn't. I'm going to get a scissors. Okay. Be good to your teeth because you need them. Now, this item, I'm just not going to tell you what it is. Do you guys remember? There was a show back, well, it was a while ago, so you'd have to be my age to know because I was like a kid. But they would bring an object on, and there was 3 different people, and they would each say what it was, and the contestant had to figure out what it was based on what they said because one of them was right. This is kind of like that. Let's see if you guys can figure out what this is. Well, it's in parts. I'm telling you, I had never even heard of such a thing, and it's very loud. I do realize that. Okay. Well, I can show you the picture, and unless you can read Chinese, you can't read it, so it doesn't matter. All right, now, let's open the basic things first. Look into it. It's not just me. Yeah, we'll, all right, you ready? Oh my. Okay, this wire is very strong. Like, you really have to pull to open this stuff up. Okay, and it's got a clamp, which, because of my pull there with the studio, I'm very into things that have clamps on them right now. But it also has, depending on where you are, a suction cup. All right, clamp and suction cup. And they go with this thing. And what is this thing? Can you tell me what this is? What is this? You can either hook it onto a suction cup or you can hook it onto a clamp. Guys, I swear, if you can guess it, I will be so impressed. And I just realized I have my other phone. I can look at the chat right here, and then I can see what you're saying without having to stare over there. Because the camera doesn't need to be 2 feet from my face. That's just obnoxious. It's always been, but it doesn't need to be. And this isn't the right angle either. I do know that. We're working it out though. Today was just about just hanging out with you and not worrying about everything being perfect, because you know what? I just need to calm that down and just be me. So there we go. All right, now, but guess what? I find myself live. Seriously. That was weird. According to YouTube, I'm not live right now. But I know I am because you can see me. There we go. All right. Oh, that's very unattractive, but that's okay. You're a roofer that fixes roof leaks. Seeing here things. Oh, you know what? I think this is the thing. And that is the thing. Yeah, I am live. I know, but it wasn't showing. It was funny. In our culture, I think people do not value people who work with their hands as they should. I think people treat them like they are not there, but that gives you an advantage if you have a job that does one of those things, because you can see and hear things that other people don't realize. Just like servers, right? Unfortunately, people treat servers like they're not there, and they just have all these conversations around them like they don't exist. And they're people. They are people who do hear and understand. So if you're just tuning in, what is this object? It has this thing that it can fit into. You can hook it up with a clamp or with a suction cup. What is it? This is so fascinating to me. Honestly, I can't believe it exists, but it does. So, all right, I'm going to put this together. We're going to set it up, see if that gives you a hint. All right, you ready? There we go. That can just flippity flop, or it can stay in the little thing. See? It is a sun visor for a laptop so that I can work outside. Car shade was close, Dave. I can work outside on my computer and still be able to see the screen. It's the kind of thing that you're very thankful you get for free because you're not going to pay the monies for it. But once you have it, you think, dang, I could use that. And yeah, you could use it in your car on the car window. It is a major warning. It's a black flag, right? It's not a white flag. It's a black flag. Oh, no. Oh, it's a major warning. You're saying something else is a major warning. Yes. Del Roofer, actually, if you want to look into politics in other countries, there's some things going on too. Yeah. So what? Yeah. There's a lot going on right now with a lot of things. Okay, this suction cup, guys, this is strong. It is really strong. All right, there you go. All right, that was fun. This has entertained me more than I thought it would. It's like blowing in the wind over here at this thing. I don't even know what to tell you. Yeah. So we will. I will look into it and we can have a conversation. We are going to have a members only live on Thursday. Tell me that this next Thursday is the third Thursday and not the fourth Thursday. I'm pretty sure it's the third Thursday. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to have a members only chat and we can talk about all the things. Monetization is turned off. We don't need to worry about any ad things or what we're supposed to say or whatever. We can just have conversations. You can have conversations in the thing, and I think that'll be good. Good place to bring that up, and we can talk about whatever in there. Yeah. And what else is happening? We've got our awards are coming back, our 50 over 50. This year they're going to be the creator awards and not just podcaster awards because I think it'll be fun to include some other people. So we'll do that. And you guys will get a front row seat at that. We didn't do it that way last time, but we're going to do it this time where we have all the channels hooked up. We have got our creator event coming up in the spring. If you are a podcaster or YouTuber, reach out to me. Right now, it's invite only. We've got some pretty big companies coming. I've got Meta, CNN, Fox, a Peabody Award winner, a Hall of Fame podcaster, and some other people coming to speak. It's going to be pretty good. And the attendees are incredible too. So that is exciting. Amy Jones, hello. Anyway, all right, Del Roofer. Well, thanks. Yeah, it's good to see you guys, and I'm glad that you are here. We are just kind of chilling today. I'm cleaning up the studio. I was cleaning up the studio, just kind of showing everybody behind the scenes at what it looks like when things are not perfect. I feel like there are too many channels where everything is just so perfect. How do they live? How do they live? They can't live in those houses. They can't. Have loved all your interviews thus far. Oh, thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. But seriously, can we just have a conversation about people on YouTube that let you into their house? They do 360-degree filming of their house, guys. There is not a freaking dish in that kitchen. I don't think they honestly live there. I really don't. Because I was like, what if we had a YouTube house? Yeah, we wouldn't live in it because there's a mess. You know what I'm saying? Texas judges. Oh, that's awesome, Amy. So, Amy, what I'm working on doing right now, I had talked about this before, but now I've got a plan, and we are knee deep in discussions with people about a travel sponsor. And what that means is I will be able to travel to Texas, travel to Michigan, and travel to Atlanta and meet with the people. It will be absolutely phenomenal to see them in person and give you guys a little look behind the scenes. I'm also working on doing a series, and I was going to do it quickly and easily and cheaply, but apparently we're going to do it funded and professionally, which I think will be better. We're going to do a series on the judicial system itself. And That's going to be fun. So apparently, I can't talk about it too much until we start filming, which is a bummer. But the good news is, um, yeah, we're gonna do some things, and it's gonna be really good. And yeah, so here's a question, Amy and Eileen, and whoever is scrolling by. I'm going to do a thing. Okay, I was given this. Okay, I can take this down. Okay, so this is it's a sunscreen for your computer. Keep your computer happy and without getting a sunburn, so that it doesn't get messed up. But seriously, 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 I got this gift from YouTube, and I want to use it to my best ability, and I'm stuck. It is a $300 a month AI suite, which means I can create anything. I can make anyone doing anything, which I'm not going to. I'm going to follow the rules. Me, though, I want to make me doing something really cool. Love the Michigan judges. Yeah, it's right, Jamie. I think so. Yes, yes, because okay. So I'm put a pin in the other thing for a minute. The way I travel is different than anyone else. I dress like it's the 1950s. I mean, I go all out. And so people everywhere when I'm traveling, they notice. And so for me to have a travel sponsor just makes sense because whatever, if it's luggage or whatever, their stuff will get seen. Um, but also, why doesn't everyone travel like this? I don't understand. If you're paying hundreds or thousands of dollars to travel, why are we treating that like we're running to the gas station? I don't understand. So anyway, um, yeah. So, anyways, there's that. And then I forgot what I was talking about. But anyway, the sponsor thing, I think it's going to be really fun. Okay, the AI thing. This is what I was talking about. So I've got this suite. I can literally, like right now, I made a video with one of my songs where I'm like in this leather armor that's really cool, and I'm riding a dragon, and I'm leading an army. I mean, it is cool, but it has nothing to do with court. Okay, so what can we do to use it for good to make something really neat? Because here's what I want to do. I want to help people understand our judicial system. People don't understand. You think somebody gets arrested one day, the next day they go to court and they're either in jail or they're out. They don't get it. I want them to get it. We have a beautiful system. Is it flawed? Everything's flawed. We're all humans, but it's a beautiful system. I want to show people how it works, and I want to reach out to as many people as I can to do that. Um, I think I've been stuck for the last year because this channel was originally Fabulous Over 50, and then it was Justice, and I was trying to keep up. Basically, it was like a covered wagon. Like picture a covered wagon with a horse, and it is running, and I am like clinging to the outside of the wagon, and it just went. And I'm climbing inside, and I'm taking the reins, and I'm going to drive it, and I want to drive it somewhere positive, and I want to help people in the process. That is my goal. So yeah, what people wear, it is cheap. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, so we're paying thousands of dollars to travel. By the time you pay your airfare and you pay your hotel and you pay all this stuff and the food and everything you need, and you just treat it like it's crap. What I noticed is I have this velvet dress. Well, I have three of them. These velvet dresses, they coordinate with this hand embroidered coat that has a furred collar. Clearly, I don't wear that in the summer. But I have a blingy thing I wear in the summer. I don't like traveling in that at all as much. I like the velvet and the thing, and I wear heels. And when I walk through the airport, I just feel so good. It just feels good. Like I'm meeting the occasion. I'm meeting whatever. And people treat you differently when you do that, which is another thing that I'm going to do at some point when I have a break. Is I want to do a little like documentary style thing on how people treat me when I dress the way I used to and how people treat me now. When I go out, I am not dressed fancy now. This is my Team Water shirt because I'm making Mr. Beast videos. Um, but it's been only the last 3 months, so that's interesting. You want to go to Texas if you can get your body to cooperate. You know what, Eileen? You can do it. Eileen, you can do it. You can get your body to cooperate. Here's the thing, Eileen, and I'm going to tell you. And I mean, I don't know how many of my things that you've watched, but you know, the doctors told me in 2018 I had a year to live. I have progressive disease. It does not get better. It only has gotten worse. And yet I'm still here. 6 years later, after I'm not supposed to be here. Eileen, if I can be here and I can do all these things, you can do it. Okay? You can do it. And here, can I tell you, I attribute it to several different factors. One is my sheer drive and my desire to shock people. And if that means I'm shocking people with pushing myself, then I'm going to do that. Number two, not shock people like in a shocking, whatever, like you see, whatever. Number two, I stopped thinking and talking about being sick. I used to think and talk about it all the time, and I don't do it anymore. And can I tell you what? My whole life has changed. The people around me treat me different. And I know it's hard when you're knee deep in it, but if you find something to get your mind off of that and onto something else, it really helps. And the third thing is you need to laugh. You need to laugh a lot. So, Eileen, I think you're like me. Not a lot of swearing, not a lot of whatever. Dry bar comedy. Dry bar comedy. Right here on YouTube. You can get it for free. You can pay for a subscription. I don't know why you would get it here for free. And there is enough on dry bar comedy. Eileen, you can watch it 24 hours a day for the next year and never see the same thing twice. And I'm going to invite you to start off with Shane. Dave, what is Shane's last name? I love him. He is tattooed. Eileen, he's tattooed. His face, his neck, his everything. He'll tell everybody not to do it. He was a gang member. He's now completely changed his life around. Shane Smith, I think that the Alligator Boys with a Z, one of the funniest things, also a true story. He's just a great storyteller. Shane Smith. I want him to come to our event so bad. Write that. Dave, can you write it down? Shane, yeah, I'll put it in the description of this video, actually. But yeah, dry bar comedy. And the reason it's called dry bar is because it's up in Salt Lake City and they don't allow them to talk about anything that children can't hear or drugs or alcohol and swear. There's no nasties. It's only funny. And you see these comedians that go that their whole thing is built on swearing and whatever, and they can't do any of that. But it's a dry bar. It's a whole dry county and everything. Anyway, they're amazing. I've probably never heard a bad thing out of there. It's really good. The people who go are really good. Anyway, but Eileen, you got to laugh. You got to laugh every day. I mean, seriously, alligator dress. Yes. Dave, don't give away the punchline, please. Just can you put a link to the video on YouTube? It's probably on YouTube. Actually, I'll put a link to the video. I'm right here. I got a phone. As we've established, I can do the thing. Anyway, so Eileen, that's my, I don't like it when people tell each other and should on people, like you should. But I'm going to tell you, as one person who is outdone everything anyone ever thought, to someone who can get out there and do it, I'm going to encourage you to do it. I'm not saying it's easy, because it's not. But I have faith in you. I scrolled up. Oh man, he's live right now. Shouldn't be looking down. Okay, chat. Oh, I can't put it in there. Maybe I can because it's my channel. I can because it's my channel. Okay, there is the link to Shane Smith. He's so incredible. And he's got a great message. And that's what I like. You know what? Throw in a great message with something else that's entertaining. It's like a win-win-win-win-win-win-win. Oh my God, he's so funny. Eileen, you're going to laugh so hard. We have watched that same thing so many times. I can't even tell you. Also, this is a horrible view. It's a horrible view. And you know what, though? Here's what else. I haven't had any tech problems today. And you know why? Because I'm not worried about all the details. I was over engineering everything to the point that it didn't work. No more. All right. Now, it's another clamp. How many clamps do I have here? A ton. I have so many clamps because of this dang pole that, yeah. Oh, that clamp may fit on the pole. There we go. We got a lot of these things. Yeah, because we get them for free. And so I had to try them all. I'm wondering, because that thing opens up pretty big. That may fit that pole that you're all on. You didn't even know you were on a pole, and there you are. All right, I got to try that. That's going to go right there. What else we got over here? We got lights. We got doohickeys. There's something that I didn't like. See, when you get things for free on Amazon, in order to review them, you're not supposed to review bad things. Just so you know, guys, Just so you know, we're supposed to give honest reviews, but we're not supposed to give bad ones. If you don't like something, you let them know and you don't review it, which, well, it is what it is. Now you know. This clamp, where can I put it that you can see it? Maybe, I don't know, right here. Okay, you can see it right here. This clamp is for a light, for a ring light. And in the pictures of the description, it said 2 ring light clamps. They had pictures of them with ring lights on them, but they don't come with the lights, they're just the clamps. And they're pretty useless to me, but they are what they are. What else we got over here? Stuff. This you've already seen. It's a thingy. It's a USB-C thing that plugs in. And then these are stickers. The Jen Hardy Show with the original logo. I said, ChatGPT, make me a logo. And it did, and that's what I got. And since then, I've made my own logo similar to this, but it's actually done well. And Voices of Justice, which I might add, I love. It's also my son's middle name. So, yeah. Justice is a thing that I think is important and is not served up enough, to be quite honest. You can't overthink too many things. Life is short. You know what? That's exactly right. Do you know there are so many more young men on YouTube than women? And there's so many more young people in general on YouTube than older people. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because they don't think about stuff. Young men, 20 years old, 18 years old, 30 years old, they're not thinking. They're acting. They're acting. They go. They do it. They post it. They don't care. That's why they're here, because they just throw a lot of crap on here. And sometimes it sticks, and then they get popular, and they go. People my age, women my age specifically, we overthink everything. And that's why we're not here. And so that's what I'm just starting to just act and yeah, just, do you know I made over 30, I made over 3,000 videos my first 12 months here on YouTube and only posted 1,200 of them. But I went through the agony of creating 3,000 videos, 2/3 of which almost did not get posted. That's ridiculous. I'm going to stop doing stuff like that too. So tonight is the first night in the rest of my life, and I'm enjoying the crap out of it. This, oh my God, you guys, so much just little crap. We got all the crap, but it's all for the studio because you never know when you might need it. Now this thing, oh, I wish this thing was charged. This is a portal to a new world that I absolutely love, and I want to show you if I can plug it in and get it to turn on. It is a light. It's a light. And you just tap it and it changes colors. Oh my gosh. I made a video with it. It was a horrible video. Well, to be fair, it wasn't horrible. It didn't go over though. So I'm not going to do more like that. Anyway, I got a pair of these bad boys. I'm going to put these in here. Exactly what are we going to do? I don't know. We're going to figure it out. I like to shop, and I have been given a card, and I get to shop on Amazon, get all the things I want, and not have to pay for it. Well, not all the things I want, but enough. That's dangerous. Can I tell you? Dangerous. This is a light. It's a light, and it's a very bright light. I might add, very bright. I won't aim it at. Well, yeah, I will aim it at you. See, you can just make it brighter and brighter and brighter. Good God. And then duller. Yeah, and you can, I don't know, you can make it white, and you can make it yellow, and you can do all the things. Yeah, because we needed more crap. Okay, so I guess I can go with the cameras. Anyway, then there's more stuff down there. But we have sufficiently tidied up this whole area. This is charging. And I am appreciative that you could join me for that. That was really cool. There is a little pile hiding back here that you can't see of things I need to put away. That's okay. And down there. We'll figure it out. All right. Well, just my recent YouTube algorithm thinks I'm over 70. I keep getting depends type ads. See? Oh my gosh. Can I tell you? So I have been to a lot of creator events. And part of the thing one of the things I do, I have this thing called the Golden Mike Society, and it's for creators that are over the age of 50. It used to be podcasters. Now it's everybody. And here's what we've all noticed. People do not advertise to people over 50 unless it's AARP or depends. No, Amy, because they think that anyone over 50 only wants diapers and AARP, and they are sadly mistaken. And that is my new pitch to all the sponsors, is this. We're the people with the money, and we're the people that are sick of AARP and depends. And if it's not AARP and depends, it is somebody who either is 80, Martha Stewart that has been airbrushed to 18, like she was on the Sports Illustrated cover, or they're pitching us stuff with 20-year-olds. And I love 20-year-olds. Don't get me wrong. You guys are beautiful. Your skin is firm. It's so tight. It's so pretty. But I want people that look like me. I do. So you know what? Eileen, yeah, it's not that we wear the Depends. It's that they think that's what we want to see. It is not what we want to see. There are plenty of things. It's just like this. I was trying to get a sponsor for this channel, and everybody thought I needed legal sponsors. I don't need legal sponsors. I don't need attorneys to sponsor my channel. People that are watching don't want an attorney. They don't need an attorney at all. What I need is people that sell the things that my audience wants, not the topic that my channel is, right? It's just exactly the same thing. People that are pitching to people 50 and over, we don't want old people things. We want the things we use, and we want to see them on someone our own age. So I am working. I made a whole video and everything. Well, actually, I made it for a law firm, ironically. And one of the people in their law firm absolutely stood me up on my show. And I won't work with those people. So I'm doing it. Yeah, Eileen, I'm not an ARP either. They're actually oh man, what's the word? What is the word that you do in Washington where you try to get laws changed? You take all the people out to lunch. What is that word? I can't think of it. Oh my gosh. You try to get laws changed and stuff. You know what I mean? You know what those people do? I cannot think of the word. Lobbying. They're lobbyists. ARP. They do a lot of that. They do a lot more of that than you would think. That's where a lot of the money goes. So, so we don't do it either. Because I just heard something. I'm not saying they're horrible. I'm just saying, yeah, decide where your money's going to go, and that wasn't it. So, yeah, lobbying. I'm not, lobbying. That's a conversation for another day. I'm not a fan of it though. I think that's how cigarettes stayed as popular as they were for so long, was the lobbying and the money that they donated. And I got a hair in my mouth. This fan, I have to have the fans because I'm over 50, but also drives me crazy. Thank you, Dave. Everybody said, yeah, you all get 5 points for the word lobbying, but Eileen gets 10 because she said it first. All right, so members only is going to be Thursday. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to give away stuff. But you got to tell me where you want me to send it if you win it. Because I've had people win stuff and then they don't get what they want. It's very sad because I do like giving away. And then starting on Tuesday, we're going to give away gift cards. And Jenny Hoyos, I don't know if you know who Jenny Hoyos is. She is a YouTuber. She is very popular. And whatever. She does some really great things. And so what she does is this. She has people do the little super chats, the little $5 and $10 things. And when people do that, she has already bought the gift cards because she has them ready. And then what she does is she'll start reading the number. She'll scratch off the number, right? The code for the gift card. And then throughout the live stream, she will read the numbers. And when she reads the last number, whoever enters it in on the site gets it. Like, let's say it's an Amazon card. Whoever enters it in on Amazon, or if it's a Starbucks card, whoever enters it in on Starbucks. And so that's how she does her giveaways. And I thought, you know what? That sounds like fun. I think we're going to try it on Tuesday. We'll see if it works. And we're going to start raising some monies. Not a lot, just a little bit to supplement the sponsorships to do the travel. I know I talked about it before. It was a good talk. No. Now we're about action because I need to fly. I need to go. I need to see these people in person, and I need to bring them to you. I have traveled somewhat over this summer, and I have realized something, and that is I am incredibly lucky in ways I just couldn't see. I get to talk to judges. No one gets to talk to them. I get to talk to them. I get to find out their story, and I get to bring them to you. And that is a gift I was not seeing for the incredible gift that it is. And now I do. And I want to do it so much more and so much better. And we're going to. So if you guys can think of a way that I can present this channel to So like Eileen and Amy and you guys are watching and you're like, okay, but I already watch. And yeah, okay, because we're a certain age. And so for us, we're looking, is there quality there? We're watching. If there's not, we're not. But if I want to attract people that are younger, the way we're going to do that is by visuals because that is what attracts them. So what visuals can I use and how can I do it where they're like, oh dang, I want to look at that? Because to be honest, my channel isn't that right now. And I know that. And it is what it is. It's not bad. It is not, but it's not it. And I need it to be it. So if you can think of what it is, let me know. And if you can't, that's fine. It's not your job. Just wanted to know if you have an opinion. And Amy, yeah, you're 100. Yeah, see, now I'm older than my husband, and I got AARP just the first time just because it was funny as heck to me. And he got one too, but we're done with that. Yeah. Um, we really didn't find that it did that much good for us. The discounts weren't even that great. So why? Anyway, we got a cool little bag at the beginning. I could put my camera in or whatever. That was cool. Um, and on that note, I think I'm going to get going. I got a slumber party. Got to take care of some kids, and I'm going to do that. Why do you see so many cases get pled down so low, Amy? That is something that we're going to find out. I just watched two people that had M charges, like the big M, walk because they gave, they whatever. Um, I don't know. I didn't like it. The judge didn't like it as much, but they had worked a plea deal out or whatever to give them amnesty. I don't even know. I don't know. There's you hear conflicting things. Number one is because our jail system, our prison system is privatized, they are for profit, there are quotas. But at the other side, people are getting off left and right. What is that all about? I don't know. Amy, I agree with you. Yeah, and if somebody's got 14 charges, why are they only getting sentenced on one or two? Part of it is because there's not enough room in our penal system for the people that are doing all the bad things, to be quite honest. I mean, we would be surrounded by jails. So they got to let them off the first couple times, and then when they do the bad things, then they go back and yeah, it's really sad. I agree. But, you know, yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that. It's frustrating. I think as a victim, it would be frustrating. That's another thing about this McBurney. I don't know if you heard me earlier say that I interviewed Judge McBurney. If you haven't watched him, I highly recommend watching him. He's amazing. He does not film himself. He films what's happening in the court. He is a Harvard grad. He's done all kinds of big things. If you look him up, he's done big things. Um, and he's just an all around very personable guy. So yeah. Yeah, Eileen, I am going to ask some of the judges. I have asked the judge, I've asked the last three. Well, the last one, McBurney, I didn't have to ask because he answered it without me asking. But do they get frustrated with juries if juries make a decision that they wouldn't make? And they've all said no. They've all said that they can see how the jury got to their decision and they could support every single time. So that was good. But as far as the other stuff, I will absolutely ask. I think that's a good idea. So if you all have ideas for the channel, what I can do or whatever, I'm going to put some out on the community tab asking. Probably it's going to be a picture of me with the dragon because it has nothing to do with my channel and it will get people's attention. So if you see that, give me your input. It's a heck of a lot of fun, even to do it vicariously, the dragon. It's fun. So anyway, I love you guys. Mwah! Amy and Eileen, thank you, and everybody else for jumping in. If you could hit that thumbs up button, that is just so helpful. And if you've hit it once, don't hit it again, though. That undoes it, and that's not helpful at all. And thank you for helping me get through tidying up my desk. And yeah, I'll be coming at you from the actual camera, wherever I put this thing, on Tuesday. We're doing it right, guys. We are doing it right. I'll give you a little behind the scenes tour once I finish cleaning up. I do have to do that. So thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. I am, trying to fight the good fight. All right. Mwah. Oh, I got to get up. I got to get up and push that button. I'm thinking like I'm going to push this other thing. Okay. Oh, you know what? Before I go, I am going to show you. Eileen, don't leave yet. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? It is the pole. Can you see it? There's a bunch of crap behind it. Here, let's get it from this angle so you don't see as much stuff. See, up here, we got the light. Okay, we got the light. We got, this holds the phone. That's where the phone was this whole time. And then we've got, this is my iPad. This is called a cheese board. This is where the camera's going to go. And there's a big thing that can go here. And then we got a secondary light and we got the computer. Ta-da! And then up here, I thought this was hysterical. I love historical fiction. And then over here, don't rush me. I don't like people rushing me. Everybody wants to rush me. Anyway, so that is the fancy poll. I know it's probably not as exciting to you as it is to me, but you know. Anyway, all right. Mwah! I love you guys. I will talk to you very soon. See you on Tuesday. New video coming out this week. You're gonna love McBurney. Go check him out.